You turned away like a whisper, a silent dark shadow. I hold anger while my brother holds home, as the other brothers buried below. Father, tell us, where did you go?
That last part was a little bit off key, wasn't it? I have a cold. You know, it was, let's see, when was it? What's today? Oh, well, welcome to the Stenosis SlogCast. It is today, episode 6. Let's see, it was, yesterday I got my mail. And for the second time in my life, I got an AARP application. Which, that disgruntled me a little bit, you know? And I'm not even 55, or how old do you have to be to get an AARP thing? I don't really know. I know I'm not old enough yet. I've gotten 2 of them. The first one I got, I would think I was 21. Some bullshit. I also got a life insurance pamphlet thing. Hey, sign up for us for your life insurance. And today, I have a cold. I'm starting to see a correlation between the two. Oh, man. So if I sound a little weird, that's why. How are you? Not that if you answered, I would really know. On account of this isn't necessarily a conversation. I guess it is, but you can't talk back to me. That would just be you talking to yourself in a room, and if you do that, people look at you funny. Trust me, I'm doing it right now. I'm actually doing this on my new little bitty, let me turn that down just a little bit more. There we go. How's that? Can you hear me better? I'm doing this on my new little bitty mic stand. I bought a mic stand from Sweetwater. I buy all my stuff from Sweetwater now. Even more so, that was reaffirmed because I went to a music store that I used to frequent back in the day, which was a Wednesday. And there was, it's a strange thing, the music industry, because you think you have friends and the people that you've spent thousands of dollars with. You get this sort of like mixed signal thing going on, where you think they're your friend because they're cool with you, they're nice and everything, and then I don't know, you go in there and you try to just have casual conversation, and then it won't have none of it. So that was sort of a strange thing, but also just a reaffirmation, I guess you could say, that it's just not the place for me. So I would say, as bad as it is to say I'm not going there anymore, but really I don't care. I think that's one reason why stores are closing anymore, because customer service is shit. You go somewhere and everybody's in a bad mood all the damn time. And more physical stores will be closing, I think. It's just inevitable. I know I dread going to stores anymore, just because it seems like all you do is you get bitched at, or somebody has an attitude they want to pass on to you. Something. Sorry about the pause there. I was looking at a piece of tape that I had stuck to one of my monitors that said 64 megabytes max, and I'm thinking, what in the hell did I put that there for? You ever done that? Wrote something down, or like made a note of something, and then you read it and you're thinking, huh? What? Who put this here? Now I know what it's talking about. It's talking about the maximum audio file I can upload to the Stenosis website. I have to condense those ones down. Like, not as far as time goes, but I have to downgrade them into a shittier MP3 file. but it's not really it's not a full song production, so it doesn't really matter all that much. It's just a guy talking into a microphone. MP3s don't care about that. But anyway, I got this little bitty mic stand. It's a cute little bastard, and ordered it from Sweetwater. And it's holding my SM7B. That's what I use to talk on all the SlogCasts here. And I mean, it was $12. It's On Stage is the brand. I just had to look. Yeah, On Stage it was the brand. It was at $12.95, I think. So $13 if you want to round up. And whenever the mailman brought it by, which he's always in a shitty mood too, he dropped it off, and I was like, oh yeah, mic stand, cool. And then I took the box and came inside, and then I heard him say something out the door. I was like, well, he's talking to himself. And he bangs on the door again. It was like a cop knock too. I mean, it was aggressive. Entirely too aggressive, in my opinion. A mailman should not be taking the door off the hinges. But anyway, I had to sign for it. I thought that was strange. He said, yeah, I need your signature. I said, okay. I think he just wanted my autograph. Won't do you much good on the little electronic thing where the pen doesn't even fucking work most of the time. That signature that I did, yeah, it resembles nothing of my actual signature. And does it ever resemble your signature? Every time you have to sign for something? I don't know how it works outside the United States, but I imagine, people in other countries have to sign for packages sometimes. And for the people who are listening who are outside the United States, let me know how that works in your country, wherever you are. It'd be interesting to learn. In the United States, sometimes the U.S. Postal Service, which is worldwide, but they sign for the fucking package. And the thing that they give you got a little stick. It's like 1.5 inches long, and you got to use that and hold this box, and it's tethered to it with a 1/2-inch cable. You can't get the pencil. You're trying to straight. God, fucking take it, and then you're done. And that's your interaction with the postal worker. And they're walking away with something that was supposed to be a official thing because he had to sign for it, and all it is a fucking dot and a line and a scribble, and that's saying that you received that box. That's the world we live in. Are you surprised? You shouldn't be. But back to the point, I had to sign for this little stand here. It's a cute little stand. I mean, it goes up and to like, I don't know, a total of maybe 14 inches or something, but I have it all the way down, because if I had it all the way up, then I would be talking and the microphone would be above my head, and that would, because it's sitting on my desk. I was using a boom stand, but that boom stand is now holding a... What the hell is it holding? Let me grab this mic stand. I'm turning around looking at my chair. It's holding my AKG D5 that I'm using as a double mic on my Mesa cabinet. If you follow me on Instagram at Stenosis Music, you'll have seen it, actually. So the boom stand that was holding the microphone, it took up too much space by my desk. That's why I changed it. I have 2 microphones. They're summed into a single audio signal. That's another story, but I digress a lot. Oh well, this little bitty mic stand, had to sign for it. And I'll tell you why that's so significant. I bought my PreSonus Studio Live mixer from Sweetwater. I bought my Alesis Strike Pro kit from Sweetwater. I bought my Universal LA610 Mark II, yeah, from Sweetwater. I bought a ART Pro MPA2 and an ART Pro VLA2 from Sweetwater. I think those came from Sweetwater. Yeah, they did. I'm saying, yeah, they did. I'm pretty sure they did. Regardless, that's a lot of equipment, right? Let me think of anything else I bought from Sweetwater. I might sum it up. I know there's more, but that's a good enough consolidation there. I bought all that from Sweetwater, and in no way, shape, or form is it's like a bragging that I have a shitload of gear, but it's thousands of dollars worth of equipment that I've bought from Sweetwater. Never had to sign for a single one of them. $13 mic stand. postal worker will tear your door down, hunt you. If you're under the bed, he'll flip the bed over. Yo, need your signature right here. Here's a little stick. It doesn't write on shit. It blew me away. I admit, I kind of after dealing with the cop knock of the postal worker, I stood inside with the box in my hand. It was a little tiny ass box, dude. I mean, somewhere in here. I think I threw it in a corner. It's like, I don't know, probably 8 inches by 10 inches by maybe 3 inches. I mean, it's not big. It's textbooks come in bigger boxes. And I'm standing here just thinking, really? All the shit I've bought from Sweetwater, this is what I have to sign for. And apparently what is very adamant that I signed for. But I got it. And now it sits on my desk, and I can, if I want to, see it's the tiny little thing. So, like what I just did to turn around and look at my Mesa boogie cabinet, which is behind me. I can grab the microphone stand like this here, and I can Bob Barker this shit. I don't know if many of you know who Bob Barker is, but I pretend I'm Bob Barker when I move that thing around. Oh, hold on. Boom, 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 boom. I don't remember what caused me to write that part. Yeah, I had to sign for a tiny ass mic stand. You know, everybody's losing their shit right now over the new YouTube thing. And rightfully so, in my opinion. What YouTube did, I got an email about it this morning. And what it is that they put out some new regulations. You gotta follow the law. And what it is that if you have less than 1,000 subscribers and less than 4,000 hours, which is 240,000 minutes of watch time, you won't be able to be a YouTube partner. Now, to most people, it's like, oh, okay, that's the goal you have to reach to be a YouTube partner, and people would work towards that. However, the big problem here is that even if you're already a YouTube partner, like me, and have been for years, like me, and have never had a strike against your channel, like me, you're gonna get booted. Ain't that some bullshit? So, yeah, the Stenosis channel is going to be demonetized February 20th or some shit like that. Which, I never got a paycheck from Google, which Google owns YouTube, so YouTube never got a paycheck from it anyway. And it's not like it. I was shocked whenever I read it, honestly, and I wasn't pissed off. I was frustrated because I think it's stupid the way they're doing that. I mean, this is opium. That was about whenever I was. Technically, I was strung out on opioids, not opium, but whatever. So, I understand where they're coming from as far as making it more difficult to make money because there are channels that hack the system. And from what I've read, part of the issue is there are channels that were taking some Logan Paul videos, which I've never watched a single Logan Paul video. I hear he's a douche. I don't know. He could be the nicest guy in the world. I don't want to discount the guy. I've never met him. Kind of looks like a douche, though. But then again, here I wear a mask and run around and have sunglasses and a vest and a mask and sunglasses and a mask and vest. So apparently people are ripping off his videos, uploading them, and they're making a quick dollar off of the ad revenue because somehow they're able to do that. I don't know. I don't even know how people put movies in their YouTube videos. Like you'll be watching like Casey Neistat or something, and he'll have this little scene that's of a movie in the audio. I don't even know how you do that. There's people in this world that are smarter than me. But I think it makes sense that YouTube wants to protect themselves. Also, Logan Paul was the dumbass that caused a bunch of ruckus lately for posting the video about the dead person that was somewhere. I didn't follow the story all that close. If Philip DeFranco didn't say it, I don't know about it. That's not entirely true, but I find myself, sometimes I watch Philip now. I used to watch him every day, but I watch him not all the time now just because I don't give a shit about the drama of the world. So I got enough going on. But Logan Paul, that's part of the issue. So YouTube came out and said if you have less than 1,000 subscribers and less than 4,000 hours or 240,000 minutes of watch time, you can no longer be a YouTube partner. You're going to be demonetized. You're going to have your channel cut, slashed, kicked out, goodbye. Which, that's the part I think is horseshit. I think if you have been a partner, then there should be some sort of grandfather clause, but there's not. Maybe they'll change their mind, they won't. 4,000 hours, that's a lot of time. I mean, 240,000 minutes of watch time, that's a lot. I don't know what I'm at right now, but it's not 240,000, so I'm going to get the boot. But as I said, it's not because it's going to affect my income. YouTube is not a part of my income at all. YouTube doesn't pay me. Google doesn't pay me. I've never gotten paid from them. But what is frustrating is that it takes away the ability to make money. And I mean, I'm not even thinking about it from a selfish aspect because I've never made money from it. So I mean, you can't miss something you've never had. But there are a lot of people that they have different business models. I mean, I'm a musician on YouTube. That's kind of a failing business model at that already, but it's not something that people go to YouTube to make a bunch of money on. You know, people don't think, "Oh, I'm a musician. If I start a YouTube channel, I'm gonna be a millionaire." That's not exactly the way things roll. And with the music industry being as shite as it is right now, it's really, really difficult to make any sort of income in general. But there should be some sort of grandfather clause in it, I believe, where if you've been a partner and you have no strikes and you've been in good standing the entire time, you should be able to retain your monetization status. But I don't know. At the same time, I don't know if they're going to keep running ads on the videos, even though my channel won't be monetized. If they do, that'd piss me off. I don't know. It's not like you can control it. It's their platform. We just use it. I think that's a confusion, a part where people get confused, is they think that their YouTube channel is their property, and it's not. Your YouTube channel is merely you utilizing permission from a company to utilize their equipment, their database, their bandwidth, their everything. You don't have to pay to have a YouTube channel or to upload videos, and thousands of hours of videos are uploaded every day, and the people who upload them don't have to pay anything to upload it. And I mean, so you can't get too pissed off. You know, it's more of a place where people try to learn how to market themselves, I guess you could say. Like I watch a channel, Nick Bear Performance Nutrition, and I think he's a prime example of that, where I don't know if I've ever seen an ad before one of his videos, and it may be because he's on a whatever the hell those are called, MCN multi-channel, part of a group thing. I don't know. I don't think he's talked about it, nor have I asked him. Like, we're buddies, and just text him up and what's the deal here? No, I don't know. But he utilizes YouTube in a way that provides content, which that's his lost lead. Which in business, a lost lead is something that you do which loses money, but it is a lead to then turn revenue in a different area. And Nick Bear runs Bear Performance Nutrition, which is a supplement company, and they go through Amazon and everything. And he utilizes YouTube, seemingly from my standpoint, as a lost lead to then bring awareness to his company, which is it's smart. And I'm not great at marketing. I went to college for business, but it's different whenever you're doing it for yourself, I think. Which, I mean, if I think about it, college was a waste of time for me personally. Some people get great benefit from it, but not me. All I got was a shitload of debt. But I went to college for business, and I worked for a couple businesses. One business that I worked for, it also happened to fit into a niche that I was considered to be highly knowledgeable in, and very savvy, I guess you could say, if you're Jack Sparrow. So I did really well as far as growing that business. It wasn't my business, and I don't work there anymore. I don't think I would want it to be my business. The aspect that I was in charge of, I would want to be my business. If you notice, just skipping the song, I had to blow my nose. Like I said, I have a cold. I'm pretty sure I'm dying. But no, the aspect I might want to be my business. I don't know. What I did was I worked at a gun store, and I enjoyed it. It was years ago. I really enjoyed it because I don't view guns as toys. If anything, they're more like I view them as I don't know. I view them kind of like a lot of guys view cars, I guess, or a lot of people view cars. Intricate machines that all have an artistic aspect to them. But no, Nick Bear utilizes. It seems that he utilizes YouTube as a lost lead, and then he sells his supplements through Amazon and whatnot. And speaking of Amazon, this is something that has been going on for about a week and a half or so. And I didn't want to mention it too early. I wanted to get a design put out there, but Amazon took me on as a member of the newly released platform that's called Merch. Amazon Merch. I don't know which side the merch goes on. Anyway, I'll have a link below to a Stenosis shirt on Amazon. You can buy it on Amazon now. And I think that's really cool. I'm really glad that they did that. I was pissed off that they kicked me off of the associate program, because that was dirty. Because I know I had sales, and then they kicked me off saying I didn't, but that was bullshit. Anyway, they took me on as a beta, I believe, as part of their new merch line. Well, not their line. They produce the merchandise, so I create the design. I guess it's kind of like Spreadshirt. I've never used Spreadshirt, but anyway, you can go to the link below and pick you up a new design of Stenosis shirt. I spent a long time designing the one that you're gonna see. I mean, it looks simple, but I spent a lot of time doing it. And one thing that I've had to do over the years is teach myself how to use like Photoshop and stuff, and I still don't know how to do it. I pretty much push buttons until something either breaks or it looks okay to me. That's pretty much what I do. I kind of have an idea in my head, and I just clickety click, and the computer either freezes, shakes, falls over, and smokes, or it kind of works out. And that the shirt that you'll see if you go to the link below, which is, like I said, not an affiliate link. I got kicked off of that. That was the design that I made, and there will be more to come. That's the first design right now, and pick yourself up one. It's a long sleeve shirt. I like long sleeve shirts. It's kind of like, it's cold outside, but most people pull their long sleeves up, so it's like it's cold outside, but I ain't about to admit it. That's kind of what the long sleeve says. I wear long sleeves all the time. I just pull them up, and then whenever I get to drumming, if I'm wearing long sleeves, it like cuts off the circulation of my forearms. Not that I have some big ass forearms or anything. They just do, and then it makes my hands hurt. Fun fact. But go to the link below, and you can check out the design for the new Stenosis shirt, and then I will be closing the other Stenosis store, and I'll be selling the Stenosis merchandise exclusively on Amazon. You can even go to Amazon.com and just type in Stenosis music, and the shirt will come up. So I think that's pretty cool. That makes me feel good. And it makes it more convenient for you. Most people have an Amazon account, and you can trust Amazon because Amazon is the company that they fulfill it and everything. So it's all through them. I don't make the shirts. If I made the shirts, that would not be good. You would probably, it wouldn't work out. I worked in a warehouse right out of high school that was a clothing company, and it's a good thing that I worked in the warehouse because I can organize boxes. Don't trust me, make a shirt. You hand me a shirt and I hand you back a snot rag. That's about how that would go. But I need to go to town. Which isn't that the saying that people say whenever they have to go to a store that they kind of regret going to, but they're not about to tell somebody where they're going. I gotta go to town. I think it might be just a Midwest thing. I don't really know. But I gotta go to town, and I need to get some. I need to get a. My son has this bed that he sleeps in. It's got this Graco shaker thing. You turn it on, it sits there and it vibrates the bed, so it helps him sleep. Well, that thing's on the fritz, and the servo that's in it is a little overpowered than the single D battery that it takes. And I was actually playing online with a couple friends of mine. We was playing Call of Duty online. We play once a week. That's how we hang out. And during, I can't remember what I was doing. I think we were just waiting to get into a room or something. And I took this shaker. I said, hold on, I got to try something. So a D cell battery, even though it's larger than like a AA or something like that, they're all 1.5 volts. And I was thinking, well, it sounds like the little servo thing in here needs more juice. So I brought it into my studio and I tore it apart real quick. And I hooked a cable up to the negative and the positive. Not the same cables, two different cables, one to the negative, one to the positive. And then I hooked those cables, respectively, up to a 9-volt battery. So I'm giving the shaker 9 volts instead of 1.5 volts. And whenever I plugged it in, that thing got to getting it. And my friends heard it through my head saying, what the hell was that? I said, my son's shaker. They said, well, what'd you do? I said, well, it wasn't running very right. So I hooked the battery up to it. It was a little more powerful, give it a little more gumption to get to spinning. And my friend said, that thing's supposed to gently shake a baby to sleep, not give them shaken baby syndrome. I thought that was funny. I have not implemented that mod to that shaker yet. But now I'm going to town. I'm actually going to Hobby Lobby because I need to pick up a different, what do you call it? Like a not a buckle, maybe a buckle. I don't know, an attachment device to put on the straps of my mask, so that I can just wrap it around my head rather than pulling it over my head. It's hard to pull over my head because the strap is extremely tight. Some people ask me, how do you get your facial features into the mask? Whenever I move my mouth and whenever I just do stuff, which I guess people notice my facial features through a mask. And the one way that I do that is that mask is extremely tight. It's kind of a pain in the ass to pull over my head, especially with long hair. I feel like I lose half my hair every time I do it. So that's a long-winded way of saying I'm not going to get rid of the mask. Yeah. It's going to stay. And that's because of a lot of the messages and posts that people sent me and made saying what the mask meant to them. I didn't think of it like that. I was thinking of it purely from a convenience thing on my end, because it's really cumbersome, that mask. So I've seen a lot of posts from people and the messages that people sent me and emails and whatnot of people telling me what the mask meant to them. And then I realized the mask is far more than just something that I wear on my face. It means what I should have remembered I wanted it to mean whenever I started Stenosis. I wanted the mask to represent an atmosphere, not just a character. It was never meant to be a character, but not just me. I don't know what the hell that pop was. I don't know if you heard it either. Maybe it was my desk popping. I have my leg under it. I'm lifting it up and down right now. But yeah, the mask will be here to stay. For those of you who don't want the mask to stay and you wanted to see my face, I apologize. You can leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. And I'm getting back to being more of a Stenosis being a personal thing, less of a business thing. Of course, I mentioned the t-shirts, but that's your choice. Or you can support me on Patreon if you want. I don't want to push anything on you guys. Or girls. It's a universal term. Whatever. I appreciate you being here. This is going to be a little bit shorter. The other ones really got away from me. Those SlogCasts, almost an hour long, which I don't mind. Whenever I get to talking, the time just kind of flies by. But thank you very much for being here. Episode, what, 6? Yeah, 6. Episode 6 of the Stenosis SlogCast. In the future, I'm going to have people come on here with me and talk to them. I don't know who and I don't know when, but I would like to do that. I would like to talk to other people during some of these, not all of them. Most of them will still be just me sitting here talking to a microphone. I hope you have a good day, wherever you are, whatever time it is. Take care. I hope to see you next time. And please hit the like button on this, if you so desire.